Some players hit a wall when trying to improve their skill sets. They often become stubborn and focus on primarily what they're good at and try to either avoid or not train those specific skill sets enough to improve on. However, with enough discipline and dedication, these players can get out of that hole and continue to flourish beyond what they thought they were capable of. Today's player analysis is on Britain's strongest player, It's Jake. It's Jake is a 4-key main from the United Kingdom. Starting off with Guitar Hero in 2010 to 2012, he would then shift his focus to drumming on Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock, acquiring FCs on numerous Expert Plus charts such as Nemesis, Deadfall, and Dyer's Eve. Eventually he was introduced to his first 4-key game in 2015, signing up for Flash Revolution and then transferring over to Osu!mania not long after. After about a year of Osu!mania, he had already managed to clear the Lumino course on March 24th, 2017. Jake would post a ton of stamina scores and start acquiring clears such as Tachyon version 1, Tachyon version 3, and even nabbing a pass on Delta in 2018. While he was posting solid scores on marathon courses, he seemed to be struggling quite a bit on the accuracy side. In 2018, Jake worked on his PA after transitioning over to Eterna, and tried to overall incorporate better accuracy in his scores, and over the last year or so, he has shown significant progress in doing so. Jake is a wrist-down player and uses a pretty traditional form for his playstyle. As for his strengths, Jake's biggest strong point is definitely stamina. His play has practically been built upon it ever since he started improving at the game, and remains as his most prevalent skill set to date. Just in recent months, he has also been able to display quite a bit of stream speed. Slowly building his comfort zone up more and more, Jake has been able to become comfortable with sustaining streams in the 400 plus range. Lastly, Jake can also hold his combo for quite a while on files in the 31 to 33 range, and is able to minimize his CVs amazingly despite the difficulty of these files. While definitely showing his ability to perform well in these types of files, his technicality falls behind a little short overall and only seems to pop up here and there. Despite stamina being Jake's strongest skill set, his core jacks relative to his stamina fall behind a bit. Lastly, pure accuracy is Jake's weakest point in his play. His PA is evident in his faster scores, but as of right now, Jake has only been able to put up 2 wife quads on files that are more than 500 notes. Let's take a look at an example from each of his strengths just to show how strong they are. Prepare for War 1.35 is a great test of Jake's stamina, and he cruises through it to get the highest AA on it as of now. Aside from one break, this file is nothing but 270 hand stream and jump stream for the entire file, with the section containing 24ths that have the absolute worst patterns as well. The ending is also the densest part, which means you have to have even more in the tank despite everything you went through.
That was such a good first half. What the hell?
Light My Fire 1.2 is pretty up there for really any speed players. Clocking in at 446 BPM streams, Jake manages to obtain an SDCB on this, and shows great control and speed within this short amount of time.
That was not bad.
You know a score is good when you almost FC something almost no one can AA, and that's exactly what he did here. His Sunkissed dropped 1.55 score is one of his best scores to date, nearly FCing the 288 hand stream and holding on the entire time to only miss once after. His 2 miss score on something that only 2 other people have AA'd alone is a statement and a half for sure.
Just 2 missed that. Cool. Time bomb, yo. Time bomb.
Jake is currently ranked second in 2 4-key Mania games, Flash Revolution and Eterna Online, and is ranked first in the UK in Osu!mania. Along with FFR, he also has the #1 score on the most infamous hard file in the game, reluctantly accepting temporary overexhaustion. Jake uses a Guitar Hero note skin. Given it's his first rhythm game, he has stuck to the same aesthetic ever since and continues to use this skin for both Osu!mania and Eterna to this day. Jake is behind the Solus 4 chart that is both on Osu!mania and Eterna, a chart converted to 4-key as a joke and has received a decent amount of play from other top players. Jake's progress as a player has been nothing short of admirable. Who was once relatively one-dimensional in the beginning of his upcoming, has now become one of the more well-rounded players in the entire game. With a bit more work, he could certainly iron out these weaknesses to be on par with his other skill sets, and given the time frame he has already improved them, it shouldn't be too much longer until we see that. Be sure to check out Jake's YouTube and Twitch channel, as he plays a few days a week and has recently started uploading on YouTube more often now. Big thanks to Carnage for requesting this video through Patreon, and feel free to check out my Patreon below. Also another thank you to Patreon's Princesswell and Water is Good for supporting the channel. My other links are in the description down below. I'll see you all in whatever video I upload next, and take care.